Hello everyone, my name is Cora. Welcome back to my channel, Pampered Pages, and welcome to today's video. Throughout this year, there have been several new to me authors who have made a lasting impression and who I want to continue reading from in the new year. My fellow page pamperers. Here are those authors. Starting off, I have Jess Kidd. One of my very first reads this year was The Night Ship, and then shortly after, I found and read Things in Jars from my library. To this day, I haven't been able to stop thinking about both stories, and I don't think I will anytime soon. They're the kind of stories that I'll randomly start thinking about, and given how Jess Kidd writes, I'm not surprised. While The Night Ship is my favorite Jess Kidd read so far, both stories were emotively captivating, and I find her writing to be both entrancing and thought-provoking. I also enjoy how she infuses genres, specifically historical fiction, explores various themes, and draws her reader in through imagery. But with that being said, going into 2025, I definitely hope to get my hands on more of her stories. Speaking of which, she does have a new book set to come out this April titled Murder at Gulls Nest, and if I were to make another anticipated reads video, would definitely be on that list. Maybe I should. Up next, I have Ali Hazelwood. Now, Ali Hazelwood came to me at a time when I needed her writing the most, and for that, I am bringing her into the new year with me. Bride was my introduction to Ali Hazelwood back at the beginning of the year, and then later this summer, I hauled Not in Love, which I've yet to read. Even before I read Bride, Ali Hazelwood's books were always ones that caught my eye during a bookish peruse, and while I'm only speaking from my experience with Bride, I found her writing to be both easy to follow and entertaining. Along with Not in Love, Love theoretically sounds right up my alley, and I'm looking forward to seeing where more of her stories take me in the new year. She definitely has plenty. This next author sent me to the Amalfi Coast and left me feeling sun-kissed through her vibrant imagery. Third on my list is Rebecca Serle. Like Ali Hazelwood, my eyes have frequently been drawn to her titles, so this year, when I saw One Italian Summer at my library, which was a book I'd been wanting to read, I quickly snagged it up and was vividly transported to Positano, Italy. In 5 years, and expiration dates are also on my 2025 reading radar, and if they're anything like One Italian Summer, I am slightly nervous for my feels, but I'll manage. Was it fate that I stumbled across this next author? Fourth on my list is Danielle L. Jensen. A Fate Inked in Blood left its mark on my heart this year, and while its conclusion, A Curse Carved in Bone, is one of my most anticipated releases for 2025, I am also eager to get my hands on Jensen's Bridge Kingdom series. Given my single reading experience with her writing, I found Jensen's storytelling to be both unique and fast-paced. Not only do I look forward to seeing how one of my favorite reads from this year concludes in 2025, but I also hope to find myself immersed into another one of her spellbinding worlds. Fifth on my list is an author who took my heart by surprise with 5 of her books, and that is Jessa Hastings. The Magnolia Parks universe took my emotions through an entire theme park this year, and the grounds are still expanding. This is a series that holds a special place in my heart, and I don't know if I would have believed myself saying that if I had only read the first book. Into the Dark had me feeling and reflecting more than I ever anticipated. Not okay. While Magnolia and BJ's story has concluded, and I am eagerly awaiting any and all words pertaining to the next Daisy Hates installment, Jessa Hastings does have a couple other publications I'm interested in looking into, Never and The Conditions of Will, with the latter being set to be published this April. Currently, I am very thankfully not out of the woods yet with this next author, Evie Woods. Do I have any words left to talk about how much I have enjoyed her writing? Yes. Yes, I do. Similar to my opinions on Jess Kidd, I find Woods' stories enchanting. I think she exhibits great attention to detail, specifically in how she writes historical fiction and her ability to weave character storylines together. Now, I don't know when, but she does have a brand new novel in the works per her website. In the meantime, however, I plan on settling in 2025 and reading her republished works. This next author I could not be more excited to welcome back into my head with her atmospheric writing, and that is Rachel Gillig. This year, I read Gillig's Shepherd King duology, and in my opinion, it was very well crafted. I felt like Gillig left no stone unturned in her ability to create such a lyrical magic system and a world that encompassed various planes of time. Gillig's The Night and the Moth is another one of my most anticipated releases for 2025, and I'm eager to jump back into hopefully another one of her dazzling stories. It will be a late birthday gift to myself this spring. Just in time for this next author, who also holds a most anticipated release spot for me this spring, is Evie Jimenez. Just for the Summer was my introduction to Evie Jimenez, and the way she wrote her characters in that story had me eager to do a bit of bookish backtracking. I hauled yours truly back this summer, which is my next tentative Evie Jimenez read. Afterward, I would then like to get my hands on Part of Your World. Say You'll Remember Me has a current release date set for this spring, so my plan is to set aside some time to dabble with her prior publications before then. If any author could make me laugh and cry in an afterlife waiting room, it would be Kirsty Greenwood. And if I compiled a list of books that gripped me from the very start, Greenwood's The Love of My Afterlife would be on that list. The Love of My Afterlife had me chuckling often and tearing up at character mindsets I did not see coming. The Love of My Afterlife most definitely put Kirsty Greenwood on the map for me with her writing style, imagery, and relatable characters. Like my next author, Kirsty Greenwood also has a collection of other publications that I am looking forward to perusing. I also can't wait to see what the future holds for her with any potential future publications. The final author on my want to read more from list for 2025 is Lucy Foley. This Halloween, I read The Paris Apartment and immediately upon finishing it knew that I wanted to explore more. Foley does have a plethora of many other titles that I've been eyeing, and in this current moment, I don't know which one I'll be reading next, but I definitely do intend on picking up one or two. I'm feeling like summer or fall vibes for Lucy Foley. Of course, I'm anticipating on reading from many other authors in 2025, hopefully, and 2024 definitely included other new to me authors that will remain on my radar for the foreseeable future. All in all, I can't wait to see what new and old stories I find myself in 2025, and I'm looking forward to hopefully reading more from the aforementioned. With that, I'd love to hear what authors are on your reading list for 2025. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you soonish.